Questions? They got that. Antoine is there, giving off some great motivational. We'll do that again. And the Royal Esplanade is all decked out. It's a little windy out here. We're at what I would call a Shell gas station.
Well, it is a Shell gas station.
And for confirmation, it's pronounced Le Havre. Bonjour and happy Independence Day to my fellow Americans. We are in port. We are arriving to port here in France as usual for this trip. Well, at least not the Norway ports, but we have another very industrial looking port. I think these are like those wings, I don't know what you call them, on like those windmills that you see. And they are huge. Holy cow, they are huge. We are slowly making our way. I imagine that we're going to be docking soon. And yeah, happy 4th of July. I have not been home for the last several 4th of Julys. Usually been at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, cruise lines, things like that. But this year is a little different. We're celebrating Independence Day in France. And it's going to be an epic day. This is another Impressions de Gardner. We will be visiting a site that is in the epic, the most beautiful, amazing attraction at Walt Disney World, Impressions de France. It's going to be a 3-hour car ride, or bus ride, I should say, to get there. So it's going to be a very long day. Maybe I'll take a nap on the way there. But very excited to see something spectacular, and I can't wait to show you all. But as true to any morning on the beautiful Anthem of the Seas, we're going to head upstairs to the Windjammer for one last meal in the Jammer. I love the hat. I love that hat.
Thank you. Wash it.
Beautiful and the wonder seas, the Michel marketplace, and welcome to Port of Le Havre. Happy 4th of July to all our American guests.
So back at the Windjammer, I did go with my final omelet. I'm gonna call it right now. Even if we come early tomorrow, I'm not gonna get an omelet. So my last omelet of these 2 cruises. And in celebration of that, I went with a triple shot of the cinnamon sugar donut. I am insane. Today is Independence Day, 4th of July in the States. And we are in France. And the Royal Esplanade is all decked out for 4th of July. It's pretty awesome. These balloons, I believe there's gonna be a balloon drop at 10:30 tonight. We should be back on the ship. You're probably thinking like, should be 10:30 at night. Ship's gonna be in port for a long time today. Quick sail over to Southampton, but I'm hoping we'll be able to watch this balloon drop because that would be awesome. Oh, there's the Captain Tony. Let's see what he has to say.
This is your Captain Tony speaking from the bridge. Happy 4th of July to all of our...
Well, happy 4th of July to you too, Tony.
Everybody else as well. We are now berthed in La Havre.
La Havre, we're ready.
Today's disembarkation was very slow. We waited for quite a long time in the music hall, and then there was quite the bottleneck making our way from the music hall through the casino and out of the cruise ship. Luckily, we were on an excursion because people who were not booked through the cruise line had to wait even longer to disembark the ship. Another day, another bus ride, and today's was going to be the longest ride of our trip, almost 3 hours from the port to Mont St. Michel.
We have made it to the bus, and my face is huge right now because I'm right in front of the screen, but we are on our way to Mont St. Michel.
Later on, we found out that there may have been some sort of medical emergency that caused the delay. What we didn't know at this time was that the delay was going to have a significant impact on our excursion.
So this river is the second longest in our country, the second longest one in our country. Its spring is located in Burgundy, and this is for sure the river that flows through Paris. This is the Pont de Normandie, the Normandy Bridge. Normandy is known as being a land of cattle. 3 million inhabitants in Normandy, 6 million cows.
As we made our drive to Mont St. Michel, we passed through a lot of the French countryside. We were in the Normandy region of France, and here there were lots of fields, cattle, and even some chateaus off in the distance. It was a really pretty scenic ride. Because this trip was so long, we were actually scheduled to make a stop about halfway through the journey, so that our bus driver could take a break and have lunch. At the gas station rest stop, there was actually quite a nice little shop. They had a small cafe with a few different food options as well as grab and go, and there was even a small souvenir shop where you could find little trinkets to purchase. While the rest stop was quite nice, the restrooms left a little something to be desired. We noticed that many of the stalls were lacking toilet seats, and it wasn't the best bathroom that we had ever been in.
Taking a little break on our bus ride to Mont St. Michel.
We're basically on a road trip right now, which is kind of fun.
We are at a Shell gas station for the little pit stop. And what did you get, Liz?
I got a cherry Coke, and we're gonna share these cookies that look like they're filled with raspberry. They look pretty nice.
Yeah, looks really nice. It's a 15-minute stop because it is a long drive. The scenery has been really pretty.
It is really pretty. It's through the French countryside. We're in Normandy right now, is the region of France that we're in. I saw a really cool chateau on your side of the bus, but I don't think you guys got to see it.
No, I haven't been on the window, so it's been very challenging to get some video. Emily and I may change sides for this trip, but it's nice. It's really a comfortable day too. It's really lovely outside. A little breezy, but loving the day so far.
All right, we're gonna go get back on the bus.
Don't want to be late.
We definitely didn't want to be late, but some of the other guests on our excursion weren't quite as considerate, as we waited a good 15 to 20 minutes past our return time, waiting for other guests to return to the bus. That cut into some of our valuable time at the Abbey. Mont St. Michel is a tidal island in the Normandy region of France, and it's comprised of both a village and an abbey. The small island is just 17 acres in size and has a population of only about 25 full-time residents. It's one of the most popular tourist attractions in France, with over 3 million visitors each year, second only to Paris. The views of the island and its bay are striking as you approach, as it stands out against the sky from a good distance as you're looking across the green fields. When you arrive to Mont St. Michel, the visitor parking lots, where our tour bus stopped, are about 1.5 miles from the island itself, with a shuttle that takes you to the causeway entrance. You also have the option of walking or biking from the visitor parking area, but given the short amount of time that we had that day, taking the shuttle was a must. The shuttle was very crowded, with lots of different tourists trying to make their way for a day trip to the island, but we were able to get on a shuttle right away and make our way over. According to legend, the Archangel Michael appeared in 708 to Abbey of Avranches, the Bishop of Avranches, and instructed him to build a church on the rocky islet. That's where the Benedictine Abbey of Mont St. Michel came from, and it was dedicated in 966. The weather was a bit unpredictable today, as it was extremely windy and starting to rain as we approached the island. However, once we made our way into the island and started to climb our way to the Abbey, the clouds magically parted and the sun came out, and it ended up shaping up to be quite a beautiful day. The main street of the village winds its way uphill, and it's quite a steep climb to the entrance of the abbey. From the abbey's entrance, you have to climb numerous winding and narrow staircases to make your way through the abbey's maze-like structure.
Just a little tired climbing up those stairs.
It's a lot of stairs.
A lot of stairs, but it looks awesome.
We're done yet.
There's more coming. We're taking a little pause.
The Romanesque church of the abbey is set at the top of the mount, an architectural feat, so there are a considerable number of underground chapels and crypts to compensate for its weight. The Abbey of Mont St. Michel is a destination for both pilgrims and tourists alike, and has been used as both a monastery and a prison throughout its extensive history. Both the island and its abbey were added to the UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites in 1979. Because our tour was behind schedule and we were so short on time, our guide kept a very brisk pace, which was challenging to keep up with at times, let alone to stop for photos. There were some moments that I didn't know if I'd be able to keep up with her, but I was very worried about getting left behind in the crowded abbey. The Bay of Mont St. Michel is subject to some of the biggest tidal ranges in the world, creating an ever-changing scenery. When we arrived at low tide, there were visitors exploring the practically waterless bay on foot. For any Disney fans watching, you might recognize Mont St. Michel. The island is featured in Scott's favorite Epcot attraction, Impressions de France. It was so cool to be immersed in a scene we've watched so many times from the France Pavilion in Epcot. It felt surreal to be there in person, as it's even more breathtaking and striking in person than it is on screen.
It was really cool despite all these crowds, looking at all the shops, restaurants, bars, cafes, you name it. We really would like to stay here longer than just the hour and a half that we had. Might have to look into a future trip.
And for those Disney film buffs out there, you might recognize that Mont St. Michel was the inspiration behind both the castle and village from Tangled, which is one of our family's favorite Disney films.
My goodness, I know Mont St. Michel has 3 million visitors annually, but why do they all have to be here on 4th of July? Just kidding, but at times it definitely felt like all 3 million were there.
After our rapid tour of the abbey, we made our way back to the shuttles and off the island. Included with our excursion was a private lunch at a restaurant. We originally thought that it might be on the island, but it was actually over by the parking area. The restaurant itself was very cute. It was called La Ferme Mont St. Michel. And the location was a former farm and farmhouse. The restaurant was adorable, a stone building sat in the green fields. It was very quaint and the food was delicious.
So we're here at La Mont St. Michel restaurant. Lovely little place. It was a private lunch for our group. Just the way this tour worked out, kind of similar to Santiago. So like, constantly walking, going up all the stairs, seeing everything. There was no more time to really like break and do some, some thoughts, sharing some of the experiences. But it was great. It was a little chaotic, a little frustrating at first because we just didn't get any time on our own. They're kind of cutting the excursion a little short, but it took a while to wait for the shuttles and all that. So, I mean, all in all, like, it's a gorgeous day. We got to see Mont St. Michel. It was lovely. It was beautiful. Just wish we had a little more time to explore on our own. We're gonna get ready to board the bus here in a little bit. But look at this nice little restaurant. It was awesome. We met some locals to Orlando, so we talked about Walt Disney World. We had a Scottish person at our table. Just some great networking as well. Just a lovely lunch, lovely day in Mont St. Michel.
After lunch, it was time to hit the road again for another 3-hour bus ride back to the port. There was more time through the French countryside, and some of the guests on board decided to take advantage and sneak in a quick nap.
Thank you very much again. Thank you. And au revoir. Au revoir. Good evening. Au revoir. Bye bye.
Au revoir.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice evening to all of you.
We are back in Le Havre and back sooner than we thought. Oh, cheers, by the way. Just stopped in and got a Hannah something. Hannah something. Anyway, it's good. It's really good, actually. And Stacy, Jared, if you're watching, sorry, Stacy. You're not gonna like this one because it's pineapple. A lot of the drinks on Royal Caribbean are pineapple based, I've learned. Yeah, there's a couple more I want to try tonight though that I have not gotten to yet. I want to try that chocolate martini at Vintages. It looks really good. It's just Vintages is like away from all the other action that we do, so I haven't spent as much time there as I would like. But anyway, we are back to port. It's almost 8 o'clock, and we're supposed to come back at like 9:30. I don't know what happened with our excursion, what happened with the day for all excursions. I mean, mind you, it was a 3-hour ride to get out there. I thought it was less, but it was weird. Like it took forever for us to get off the gangway. Like we were at our meeting spot at 8:30. I don't think we boarded the bus until 10. And then we stopped for a break at this gas station. It ended up being like 35 minutes, unnecessary. And then we're arriving to Mont St. Michel, and our tour guide's like, yeah, all right, well, we're gonna have like an hour, and then we're gonna go get lunch and go back. I'm like, what? Like, why would we only have an hour? This is a 10-hour excursion. Like, a lot of people were upset. We ended up having a little more than an hour and a half, but we were supposed to have, time through the Abbey with our guide, lunch, and then time on our own. It did not match that description one bit. And we were kind of fired up. A lot of people were upset. We paid good money for this excursion. The tour guide was fine. The driver was great. Not a knock at them, but I just don't know what happened. And Liz was like, I'm talking to guest services when we get back. This port is huge, by the way. This port is massive. It takes you 15 minutes just to drive around the port. These ports have been interesting on this on this itinerary. I kind of like it. It's very industrial, very different than what you're used to like in the Caribbean, but definitely digging the ports. But anyway, we get on the ship. Liz goes straight to guest services. There's already a line. The couple in front of us had a very similar complaint. They're on a different excursion. And then we went up there and they're like, yeah, we understand. Frustrating day for everyone. We're gonna give you 30% refund on all the excursions. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We just basically wanted to share the frustration. We weren't necessarily asking for anything, but 30%, we'll take that. Havre, I believe it is. I'm probably saying that wrong. No, it's gonna take you like 3 hours to get to Paris, three hours to get to Normandy. It's very long. You're gonna have some long rides. You might not have as much time at port as they say. I don't know what was up with that. We made it in time for dinner. We didn't think we were gonna do dinner, but now we're gonna get ready for dinner and see our guys and make a fun last evening here on Independence Day. Independence Day on Anthem of the Seas. And for confirmation, the port is pronounced Le Havre. Cheers! Happy Independence Day!
Originally, we were worried that we were going to miss the 4th of July dinner, but because our excursion got back early, we made it in time for one last visit with our servers, Avon and Bagwadi. Tonight, they had a specially themed American dinner menu, and we decided to go with the buffalo chicken dip, baked potato soup. Emily and I ordered the salmon, and Scott went with the fried chicken.
We got the parade going. So every night Avon has offered us a buy one get one special on the desserts.
And every night, I think I've taken him up on that offer.
You have. And tonight I bumped it up one notch, one level, and I did the buy one get two free desserts. Why not? It's 4th of July, right? America. We said goodbye to Avon and Baghetti. They were awesome. Great serving crew. We just loved them. And we're very excited we made it in time for today to have them, be with us in the main dining one last time. Oh, hey, girls. How's it going? What'd you guys think of Avon and Baghetti? Bagwadi. They were great, weren't they?
They were really great. Yeah, they were lots of fun.
I always find this thing so trippy, yet I love it. Feels like I'm in space.
So are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Anthem of the Seas, we got cupcakes, we got amazing decorations. These were up at like 7 a.m. today.
It's really festive.
People are starting to gather.
I wish I brought my American bucket hat. Genuinely.
I know, that would have been fun.
I wish I looked American.
Your face looks really blue in this light.
Well, I'm not blue. I'm happy.
We got here pretty early-ish for the celebration, and boy, are we glad we did. It's filling up. It's filling up. People want to see those balloons drop, and I think it's going to be really cool to see those balloons just fall upon us. Hopefully they don't make us move for it.
Because we'd be celebrating the 4th of July from France on a ship that sailed out of England, we weren't expecting any type of 4th of July celebration, so we were pleasantly surprised when we found out they were doing this balloon drop. We've sailed Disney Cruise Line over 4th of July and had fireworks at sea, but we've never seen anything quite like the balloon drop before. The promenade was full of energy and excitement as we waited for the balloon drop. There was a DJ and dancing. It was a real party and celebration.
the ceiling. Who's ready for a balloon drop? I want to see you all having a drink, go wild and crazy, celebrating the Independence Day of the United States. Make some noise if you're from the US today!
It's an absolute pleasure to host the 4th of July here on board the Anthem as we're sailing in Europe. I do have a question. Have you enjoyed your cruise vacation? It's been a pleasure to take care of you over the last 7 days. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our 4th of July celebration. Now, unfortunately, the captain couldn't make it. He does say hello. He's on the bridge taking the ship out and obviously taking us home safely. But we do have your senior officers here on board. As mentioned, we've got your hotel director, food and beverage, housekeeping. We've got your guest services manager, your beverage manager, putting your face on the cruise. He's showing us digital manager there. We've got somebody who takes care of money. We have got Neil there. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we do our balloon drop, I think it'd only be right that we have the national anthem that starts from the
What's so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fire o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the
party on the Royal Esplanade was awesome. The balloon drop was one of the most fun things we've ever done. But it didn't stop there. The party continued in 270 with music, dancing, and of course, a virtual fireworks display on the big screens.
Last couple of weeks I've been seeing everyone getting these oil can-sized Fosters. I know it's Independence Day here in America, but I had to go for one. So here we go. Cheers, mates.
It's a great video.
Here we go. Cheers, mates.
First size. That's a full-size can of Coke.
guys ready for some virtual fireworks?
Born in the USA, I was
Celebrate the 4th of July with the biggest virtual fireworks ever seen. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 4th of July! Just like at home, we're gonna keep going.
It's kind of cool. Right? Alright, I'm just hanging out in Sorrento's here. Like, I love this place. And there hasn't been a Sorrento's count today. And honestly, I don't even know where I'm at with the Sorrento's pizza. I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, I don't know why I looked at my watch, like that was gonna tell me something. But for the last 2 weeks, I have not ordered a specific pizza. So I just ordered a mushroom, a Scotty G special. I just kept it simple. I wanted to add some other toppings, but it's kind of crazy in here tonight, 4th of July. So I just ordered a mushroom pizza, and that's gonna be my last count. My first whole pizza and my last counts of Sorrento's. The staff here is awesome. I love the Sorrento's folks. They are great. They're making my mushroom and cheese pizza right now. My very own mushroom and cheese pizza. But look at this thing Emily made. It's still awesome. Hey, Future Scott here. Oh, hold on one second. That was good. Before I destroy this entire cheese and mushroom pizza here on the ship to close out our last day on Anthem of the Seas, I just wanted to thank all those that participated in the Sorrento's slice counter. That was a lot of fun for us. I had no idea what the slice count was, so this is really fun. I thought I was gonna get to 60. You'll see I was just a little shy of 60, which is a ridiculous amount of slices of pizza. But remember, they're really small and they're pretty tasty too. So the count is official, as you're about to find out here in just a few moments. So I want to give a shout out to Mark in Texas. Congratulations on being the closest to on the slice count. You're gonna win this awesome shirt. Look at that. This is my version of the shirt. I had to have one too, right? Yours is on the way in the mail, along with a gift card to one of my favorite pizza spots. Thanks for all that contributed and participated in the contest. It was a lot of fun. We hope to do another future contest here very, very soon. But let's wrap up my pizza counter and see where I ended on the beautiful Anthem of the Seas. Oh, does the monkey want it? Maybe, but I'm gonna take it. I really enjoyed these motivational signs outside our door. Like, our door is like right here. And we open the door and we see all these like, be positive. Everything is possible, be present. Everything is possible. Is taking down a whole pizza possible? I think so. I'll be saying goodbye to my friends here in a little bit. The great Deck 7 artwork. Do you want some pizza? Do you want some pizza? No? Alright, I'll take the pizza then. Are you all hoping that I finish this entire pizza by myself? Or are you rooting against me? Well, chances are, I'm probably gonna eat the whole thing. Here we go. All right, here's the last slice to the last night. It was an awesome day in Mont St. Michel in France. The 4th of July, we had an epic balloon drop, DJ dance party. We had the virtual fireworks, dance parties. It was awesome. It was an awesome day, awesome night. We're just about packed. We're going to take our own luggage off so we can catch our car to the London train station tomorrow to go to Paris. So, cheers, friends. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you on another episode soon of Must See Adventures.